Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Toe Tags Metal Reviews, and today we're going to be doing our first impressions of the brand new Killswitch Engage album titled Atonement. So this band is a band I enjoy, but I don't really dive into them very often. Even though I like their stuff, I like what I've heard historically, but I haven't really given any albums, full albums, a huge chance yet. Now, we did react to a single they released called I Was Broken Too. Very emotional song, and it was a very well shot video. But that's really the only frame of reference I have for this album, so I'm not sure what to expect given what I've heard from them before. Comparing to that track, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've heard good things from people that I know that listened to this album today when it dropped. And so far, people are giving it 2 thumbs up, so that gives me some positivity going into it, because the song I Am Broken Too, although it was very emotional and very thoughtful and very deep and stuff like that, it didn't really tickle my ear fancy, so to speak. So I'm hoping the rest of the album can recover from that. But we're gonna go listen to it for the first time in its entirety. We'll be back in a second to give you our thoughts. Stay put.
Alright guys, we just listened to Atonement for the very first time in its entirety, and I'm just gonna say that this album was pretty damn good. And I was a bit surprised, because the only real reference point I had before listening to this album was I Was Broken Too, which is obviously the quote-unquote ballad of this album.
Right.
So with that being my only reference point, I really, wasn't coming into this album thinking of much.
Yeah.
But after listening to it, wow, there was a lot of really good shit. Now we'd like to end on high notes, so I'm just gonna start with my lowest rated track, which is track number 7, Know Your Enemy. And this track wasn't even bad. I just felt it was one of those songs where I found it hard to comment. So songs like those, usually get like a 5, maybe a 6.
Yeah. Just
because, I can't say much, but I don't dislike this.
Right on.
I literally wrote can't say much. It had an interesting intro, which was either syncopated or in an on-time signature. I couldn't figure it out on the first listen,
Yeah,
so throughout the week I'll try to figure that out. And yeah, but I also feel like this song was overshadowed by the song right before it, which is my highest rated track, number 6. As sure as the sun will rise. My writing sucks. This song's ridiculous. The entire song blew my fucking mind.
Yeah.
It's song starts, it's already slamming so hard, and I'm literally writing in my notes, yeah, you know what, you don't need speed to be crazy, and right when I write that, it gets faster, double bass just kicks in, and I'm just like, of course, right when I'm writing this is when it happens.
The vocals at the intro of that song were really, really badass. The vocals all around were badass, but that one specifically for some reason stood out.
And I think just the fact that that song blew my mind as much as it did kind of overshadowed not only Know Your Enemy, but a little bit of the rest of the album. It just kind of felt like we hit a climax with that song, and the rest of the album was good, but could not compare to that one.
Yeah, that song was one of my highest rated. I actually had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-way tie for first. I didn't have any songs that were rated higher than a 7. Usually I do rate songs a little higher. I'm not sure why I was hesitant to give any songs an 8 or higher, but I just wasn't feeling it. I did really like what I was hearing though. As Sure as the Sun Will Rise also had a blast beat, which I think I'll add in there just to throw that in there, which was unique. Didn't hear any blast beats on the rest of the album, so that was cool.
Just another testament to how good that song is. My
lowest rated song was track 3, Us Against the World. The only thing that stood out about this song was that it was in 6/8, which the rest of the songs were pretty much 4/4 standard. But I didn't really have anything to write about the song. It was good, it was enjoyable, it was fine, but nothing really stood out, nothing grabbed me.
I kind of liked the tom groove that was happening later on during that song.
Yeah.
And the layering of harsh vocals on that song was also pretty cool.
This album's full of cool riffs. Some really cool guitar work, some nice percussion, stuff that you would expect from this band. The best solo on the album for me was track number 8, Take Control. Awesome solo. I think it's a dueling solo. It sounds dueling to me. I'm not sure if Killswitch is the kind of band that has 2 guitar players that trade solos. I'm not sure, but it sounds like that. If it is one guy playing and he's doing the whole solo himself, pretty cool. Good on him.
He could be trading with himself as well.
Could be trading with himself, but to me it sounds like a dual trade. That song as a whole, again, pretty good. It's better than mediocre, but I didn't find it great. Really cool drum fill in the middle, awesome stuff. And it's a really nice vocal modulation here and there. What song did you mention that was your lowest rated track?
Know Your Enemy.
Know Your Enemy. Yeah, so I gave that a higher than average score, but nothing great. Riffing I liked. You mentioned the time signature sounds weird, but it could just be a syncopated beat. Overall, track number 5, I Am Broken 2, which was the single they released. I like this song a lot more hearing it without the video.
Yeah,
agreed. The song sounded a lot heavier, sounded a lot I was a lot more into it. Don't know why.
And that is weird though, because the video was really well done and it encompassed the message really well, but just hearing it, just sitting there listening to it with no visual kind of thing, it just felt so much stronger, and it's really weird.
Well, I think, and this is a bit of a contradictory statement, but I think the video actually was a detriment to the song because the video took your focus off the music.
That's a good point.
So that's something that, you know, I think was a bit of a downfall for the song. Another thing that was weird is that the song's pretty short. It's under 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like 2:39, I think.
I don't even recall it being that short.
I don't remember being that short either. It felt like a pretty long video with a good story to it and everything, but it's short and sweet. Time signatures in that song are a little bit different too. You got the choruses in 4/4 and the verses in 7/8. Pretty interesting. I don't know. The Signal Fire was another song that was a standout to me. 210 BPM. I clocked it at 210 with the 16-note kicks, which sounds super fast. Yeah, just super high energy. This is the second track. So the first track's nice, Unleashed, which I think they actually released as a lyric video, because I kind of remember hearing it. I remember certain parts of it. Really cool intro track. And then the Signal Fire starts and you just got energy. Bam, right there. Really love that. Overall, liked what I heard. I definitely was more impressed with this album than I thought it was gonna be. What was the song with that guest vocalist, with Chuck Billy on it?
The Crownless King.
The Crownless King,
Track
right.
4.
Oh yeah. I made a mention that this is a little bit ironic because Chuck Billy from Tastament's one of those bands that a lot of people consider like the real kings of thrash metal, right? Like Metallica's good, Slayer, Megadeth, whatever, the big four, they're all good, but Testament, they're the real kings. So to have Chuck Billy on a song called The Crownless King, I don't know, I felt that there was some sort of meaning there.
That was funny. That song was rad too, by the way.
It was rad, and that was actually the second song they had a guest vocal on. The other one being... Was
the
it
Signal Fire?
Yeah, that one had
with Howard
Jones on it. Yeah, so you had Killswitch original singer with Killswitch replacement singer
on this album. Yeah, it's interesting.
Which is pretty cool.
It's really interesting to like think of that though. Like they have both of them, even though Howard Jones is like not really the main singer anymore.
Yeah, that's cool though. It was cool and it had some extra flair to the song, and yeah, I'm down with that. So I don't know. What about you? Anything else?
No, that's just about it. I mean, I really enjoyed this album. Like, it didn't, it wasn't the most insane thing I've ever heard on a first impression, but honestly, a really solid album, and I'm excited to listen to it throughout the week.
Yeah, same here. I'll just add one last point, is that everything I heard was good, but I felt like I was writing the same notes for a lot of songs, right? Groovy guitar riffs, some nice chord progression, the percussion's good, cool fills here and there. But the positive thing about that is that they all sounded different. It wasn't like the same fills, the same this, the same that. There's a lot of that double bass, but he doesn't overdo it. It's in certain parts of the songs, it makes it sound nice and diverse, which is cool. But yeah, I'm looking forward to listening to this album for the whole week, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna listen to it as much as we possibly can, and we will be back next week to give you guys our full and final review of Atonement. So leave your comments below and let us know what you guys think of this album. If you like it, if you don't like it, favorite songs, all that fun stuff. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. I'm Vile Self.
I'm TV Fish.
And we'll see you guys very, very, very shortly. Keep those heads banging.